Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jess Knowles, and I'm here next to our stadium announcer, Mr. Marty Woods. Welcome to the broadcast. We're going to go ahead and turn it over to our lively booth announcer, who's going to go ahead and introduce all of the seniors here for senior night.
Enjoy it, because it really goes by fast, and to pretend and attend and participate in everything, even if you think it's lame, because no one ever expects it to be taken away. That's cheerleader Haley Pankow.
Way to go,
Our next cheerleader, Celeste Garcia. Celeste is escorted by her parents, Jason and Jessica, and her brother Eric. 4 years on cheer, and she plans on studying biomedical science and has been accepted at Cal Baptist University in Riverside. Her dream job is to be a physician that specializes in dermatology or family medicine. Her favorite memory was this summer's cheer camp and TPing the coach's house. I don't know that was supposed to be out there. Now they know. Best advice, find your balance and always make time to do the things you love. Senior Celeste Garcia. Our next senior is Billy Hadaway, escorted by her father Tony, her mother Leslie, and stepfather Pablo. 4 years on cheer, and she plans on becoming a preschool teacher. Her favorite memory was cheer camp this year. And the best advice that she can give you is never stop. Keep going. Senior Billy Hadaway. Our next senior, Emily Giller. Emily's escorted by her mother Amy and her brother Charlie. 4 years on cheer. She plans to study marine biology and live at the beach. Sounds like a great plan to me. And she would love to become a marine environmental economist. Her favorite memory was meeting Daniel at camp. Her best advice, remember that high school is your last time to have fun with no adult responsibilities. So go to every single football game. Senior Emily Giller. Our next senior, Carly Sawyer. Carly is escorted by her parents, Dave and Andrea, her siblings, Abby and Brody. 4 years on cheer and plans on attending college to become a pediatric nurse, labor and delivery nurse. Her favorite memory this year was cheer camp, and her best advice that she can give you is don't stress out too much about school and find real friends. That's senior Carly Sawyer. Our next senior, Lily Rosner. Rosner, I am so sorry. Lily Rosner. I should know this. Parents Chris and Tina, siblings Hannah and Nathan. 4 years on cheer. She plans on attending San Diego State for political science because she wants to be a lawyer. Her favorite memory, this year's homecoming game. Lily Rosner. Rosner. Is it Rosner? Ay, ay, ay. Our next senior, Lindsay Boule. Escorted by her parents, Efren and Lynette, and brother Lyndon. 3 years on cheer. After high school, plans on attending a university and majoring in biology. Then pursue a career in medicine. Her dream job is to become a surgeon. Her favorite cheer memory, watching a Dodger game at Dodger Stadium with her team. Best advice, have a good support system and do what you love. Lindsay Boule. Our next senior, Ari Leonin, escorted by her parents, Nadia and Mel, sister Denise and boyfriend Tristan. 2 years on cheer. After high school, she plans to obtain a BSN at UCI and go to medical school and go to trauma nursing. Her dream job, nursing and forensic science. Her favorite memory was the Sunny Hills game last week because cheer, the football team, and all the audience were all on the same wavelength and supported each other. Her best advice, challenge yourself, but know your limits. Ari Leonin. Our next senior is Celeste Gonzalez. Celeste is escorted by her mother, Elizabeth. This is her first year on cheer, and after high school, she plans on studying nursing. Her dream job is to become a neonatal nurse practitioner. Favorite cheer memory? Last day of cheer camp. And their best advice, live every day like it's the last. That's senior Celeste Gonzalez. Let's have a hand for all our senior cheerleaders. And now for our senior football players. Starting out with number 2, Isaac Torosian. Isaac is escorted by his mother. He's played football here at Troy for 4 years. After high school, he plans on attending college and becoming a biomedical engineer. His favorite football memory, watching linemen catch balls. His best advice, if you have a hard time waking up after practice, then you did it right. That's Isaac Torosian. Our next senior, number 6, Cole Nelson. Cole is escorted by his mother, his dad, and his sister. 4 years playing football here at Troy. After high school, he plans on entering a fire program at a community college because he wants to become a firefighter. His favorite football memory, homecoming game this senior year. His best advice, do the extra work outside of practice. That's senior Cole Nelson. Our next senior, number 7, Kade Baylor. Kade is escorted by his mom and dad, brother Cole, brother Reed, girlfriend Michaela, and Shane. 4 years in the football program here, and he's going to go to paramedic school to become a firefighter. That's his dream job. His favorite football memory, our win over Cerritos in the locker room. Our win after Cerritos in the locker room. Not posted on Facebook. Best advice, never shy away when adversity hits. Senior Kade Baylor. Our next senior, number 14, Jonathan Chagola. Jonathan is escorted by his mom and dad, 4 years playing football here at Troy, and after high school will plan on attending community college because he's still looking for that dream job. His favorite memory? Being on the field with his brothers. And his advice, nothing great gets handed to you for free. That's senior Jonathan Chagola. Our next senior is number 40, Leonardo Delgado. He is escorted by his parents, 3 years in the football program here at Troy, plans on attending college, and he wants to own his own business. His favorite memory, sharing the field with his brothers. And his best advice, nothing great gets handed to you for free. That's senior, number 40, Leonardo Delgado. Our next senior is number 52, Kevin Louie. Kevin is escorted by his mom and sister. Years of playing football here at Troy, 2.5. After high school, he plans on attending college and majoring in kinesiology to become a physical therapist. His favorite football memory? Eating with the bros. His advice? Enjoy it because it goes by fast. That's senior Kevin Louie. Our next senior is number 54, Ryan Elsenpeter. Ryan is escorted by his mom, his dad, and his brother. 4 years of playing football here at Troy, and after high school, plans to go to trade school because his dream job is to be on Saturday Night Live as an anchor. His favorite football memory, beating Buena Park his junior year. His best advice, and I'm just reading this, it says, go hit someone in the mouth. Can't Can't really get behind that one, but that's senior Ryan Elsenpeter. Our next senior is number 63, Daniel Ilefonzo. Escorted by his mom and dad, 4 years of playing football here at Troy. Wants to go to college and become a firefighter. His favorite football memory, the sleepovers in the gym. His best advice, take the discipline from football home and listen to your parents. That's senior Daniel Ilefonzo. Our next senior, number 60, Joshua Bloom. Josh is escorted by his dad, Chris, mom, Lindsay, brother, Zach, and sister, Claire. 4 years of playing football here at Troy and plans on attending college and studying political science because he wants to be a fish and game warden. His favorite memory, playing against Buena Park during homecoming. His advice, don't quit when football gets hard because the reward at the end is worth it. That's senior Joshua Bloom. Our next senior is number 68, number 68, Justin Moetului. He is escorted by his mom, Tammy, his dad, Paul, and his sister, Jasmine. 4 years of playing football here at Troy, and after high school, plans on going to college to determine what he wants to be. His favorite football memory, the sleepovers. His advice, stay with it and don't quit. That's senior number 68, Justin Moetului. Our next senior, number 72, Jacob Bellen. Jacob is escorted by his mother, Robin, and brother, Brandon. 4 years of playing football here at Troy and will attend a 4-year university and then go on to law school to become a lawyer. His favorite memory, Mo breaking his finger on Trent's back. His advice, work hard and you won't regret it. That's senior Jacob Bellen. Our next senior is number 76, Philippe Marin. Philippe is escorted by his mother, Bianca Vasquez, and his dad, Philippe. 3 years of playing football here at Troy and plans to go to college to become an engineer. His favorite football memory, the first time that he got to play varsity. And his advice, just keep working hard. That's senior, number 76, Philippe Marin. And our final senior, number 77, is Zachary Darker. Zachary is escorted by his parents, Catherine and Darker and Brian Darker, his sister Alexis Darker, and his girlfriend Alexis Gonzalez. 4 years of playing football here at Troy and plans to go to college and pursue a successful career as a sports psychologist. His favorite football memory, Destin Mai running back his pick six. And his advice, just win. Hey, let's have a hand for all of our seniors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jess Knowles, and I'm joined by
Abi Venigala.
And we are your announcers for today's football game.
And we have a big matchup today with the Troy Warriors versus the Fullerton Indians, a crosstown rivalry which has been going on for a really, really long time and has always yielded good football and hopes to do that today. We are here at Fullerton Stadium. The Warriors are home.
So interesting. So Fullerton, who normally plays home here and is on Fullerton campus, they're on the away side. So hopefully that makes them a little uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, as a senior, for when we played them at away, it was not as much fun as home. And so I think we prefer to be on the home side this time as the Warriors come out to a big, big cheer. The student section and the fans have really showed out this year, and I think that's due to the success and the winning culture that has finally been brought back to this Warriors team with the swing T offense.
Agreed. It's such great, well, it's so great to be post-COVID, fully engaged in school.
Ready up for the kickoff!
And that's our beloved stadium announcer, Marty Woods. And here we go.
So special teams is up right now. So some Warriors suffered two big injuries. Star lineman Jacob Bellen and Daniel Everest out for tonight's matchup, which is a big blow. However, the Warriors do have other pieces that could fit in and hopefully get opportunities to show themselves and see what they can do.
Both of them all-league athletes.
I'm very sad to see their season over, but let's see what the Warriors can do in their absence.
So I know Daniel's had a rod inserted into his finger just today. And do you have any information on
From what I'm aware, Ballin had surgery, and I know he's in a cast. He suffered a hand injury, so he's down for the count, which is sad to see. Short kickoff to Isaac Torosian on the left side. Runs it far side up the middle, and tackled at the 35. Shallow kick. Good to see. And a solid return. Went pretty far for not too much, but got a decent gain. Number 2, Isaac Torosian on the return.
All right. So can you give us a rundown? Who do we have out there?
So out there currently, looks like we have our quarterback, number 15, Ryan Maturo, heading out there with our senior offensive captain, Isaac Torosian. And we have the line here with starting with number 76, Philippe Marin. And then we have Jesus Torres, another lineman. We have number 60, Joshua Bloom in the middle. We have 54, Ryan Elsenpeter on his side, along with Kevin Louie. The line has suffered some injuries, so we're probably going to see a couple different bodies rotating in there. Darker, who is normally on the more defensive side of the ball, is now looking to be on offense. So I think that's a big change there.
We have now second down. First run up the middle. 2 yards.
Second down, yep. So it looks like number 77 has taken the place of Jacob Bound, who he stated earlier is injured. So let's see how he works on the line. Warriors split out. A run right. Number 5, Fisher Huss, down the seam, sees a big gap, down to the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, down to the 10. He has scored. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 6-0. Troy Warriors are with a big opening play on the first drive of the game. Number 5, Declan Healy on the big run. He saw that seam and just went in a big, big play to start the Warriors' first drive.
Nice work.
I don't think there's any better way to start it if you're the Warriors. I mean,
that's the third offensive play.
Just straight good wing tee football, good hard running, and they found the seam.
Great replay happening here. Great lead block by the receiver. Get his hands off, make sure not to push in the back.
And then just nobody could catch him. He hit the 40 and he was gone.
All right.
And the extra point is good.
Low line drive kick.
Aiden Corrales on the kick.
Almost like it went
Number 18. Yeah.
Went under the block. It'd be really cool to see a replay of that, so we can see actually what happened there.
Shout out to Troy Omnia. Great production this whole year on volleyball, football, every event that we have here at Troy. I think they produce stunning quality.
That's very kind of you to compliment. There's a lot of moving parts.
there's a lot involved. I'm sure you obviously put a lot of time in. Everyone works really hard at it, so it's great to see.
Yes.
Great to see it all come together and a great production being put together.
Thank you very much for that. Today we have 7 different cameras, 4 of which are replayed. So we got a replay operator. We got some directors, the producers have done a great job of organizing stuff, and lots of stuff, lots of great stuff to be proud of. So I'm really happy with everybody's efforts. Right above us is James with camera 1. He's up on the press box there, giving us that wonderful view, which I guess I'm asking for. Let's see James's work up there, camera 1. So it's still a work in progress. I'm asking them to show me camera 1, and they're still showing me camera 5. But that's all right. Aiden's running camera 5. He's down on his knees, operating the camera because the camera's a little low for him. It actually was set up for somebody kind of short, so he's doing what he can. All right, now to football.
Number 12, Kieran Klingsberg on the kickoff, hand down. A short boot out to about, received at the 15 by number 14, Ty Dillon. Takes it outside to about the 30 and is taken down by Isaac Torosian, Declan Healy, and Cyrus Cole. So a lot of new Warriors, I think, that we're seeing out there. A lot of different looks that the Warriors are showing, and it's turning out to be really great. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are joined by Tyler Coker, fellow club member.
I'm back. And that's going to be a big run by the Fullerton running back, brought down at about the 46.
Ryan Knight on the carry. Gets the first down for the Indians. So while you were gone, Declan found a seam and said bye. Scored 6. And now the Warriors have the early lead as Fullerton looks to answer with their first opening drive.
It looks like they're doing a good job. They have a good, fast running back up there. He has a ton of yards off his carries.
Number 4 under center, Christian Castilla, their quarterback. Takes the handoff to
number 5 once again.
Number 5, Ryan Knight on the carry. Gets about 4 on the carry. Going to be a 2nd and 6.
All right, so with a little bit of looking into this team, Fullerton has seen their fair share of struggles. They're 2-6 on the season. The Warriors are 6-2 on the other hand. So it's definitely been a tale of 2 very different teams in Fullerton of the city so far. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do against each other because they have a true rivalry and they play to each other's competition. Oh, yeah, and the Warriors are down on men. So let's see how another carry by Ryan Knight. Outside, finds a seam, gets the first down at the 40. That was very effective. He just bounced outside, kept outside of any outside linebackers, and pushed past. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. We have Manav Betty in at outside linebacker, which is going to be definitely different from the star, Daniel Everest, number 17, first team all-league. He's sadly going to be down for the day, but let's see what he can do in his absence, and let's see what the Warriors can do on defense. They're definitely showing a lot of different looks. They have a lot of speedy skill players, and I think that's going to aid them really well in their game today, and let's see how it impacts the defensive side of the ball. Yes, it definitely will. That's going to be another handoff to Knight. Ran up for a gain of about 5. A gain of 5. I mean, they're just running and pounding just hitting the gaps really right now. Yeah. The Fullerton actually has a very large size line, so they do match up well. So that's going to be very interesting. But the Warriors are very explosive on offense, which is hard to counter. Yes, they are. And it's going to be interesting as well because this Warriors D-line has really been bigger than all the offensive line they've faced this year. So by facing a truly large O-line, it's going to be about technique. We're going to see what they've been working on all year. Another handoff tonight, and he gets stuffed this time for no gain. Stopped at the line which will now set up a 3rd and 6. All right, so this is going to be a big stop for the Warriors. If they can stop this, they'll get really good field position. That's true. A very big defensive down, a very big play in this game. and definitely establishes a precedent early that you're not going to be able to run past and run through these defensive.
Oh, yeah, and I think Fullerton's letting you know, hey, I'm giving the ball to number 5. So they're making it very known.
I mean, they haven't really done anything else.
Another handoff. He drops back to pass, scrambles right, sees room. And he looks like he got the first down. Ooh, maybe a yard short.
He did not get the first down.
Is he a yard short?
It's where you commit to the slide.
That's true. That's true.
The only issue is that probably should have been a penalty. That was a very late hit on the defense.
That is true. However, I don't think quarterback does have protection, but I don't think it was a hard enough of a hit to warrant a flag.
It's the commitment.
That's true.
The issue. So the Warriors are going to have to be very careful of that, because if he can wisely use the sliding strategy, he's absolutely going to get some penalties. And now we're going to have a 4th and 1. This is the down right here.
Big play. I feel like a little quarterback sticker, just a little pitch to Knight. Oh, drop back, pass. Oh, caught by number 14. Wow, Ty Dillon, and he's down at the 10. Ooh, that is the
coverage.
Fullerton capitalizes on some poor Warrior defensive play. The DB bites and just says, okay, here you go, number 14. Ty Dillon on the play and takes it down to about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, so just a really good job, especially by the wide receiver, because he managed to bounce out. He didn't try to run inside the field. He tried to bounce out toward the end.
No, great job. Another handoff to 5, and he finds a seam, and he is in. And the Indians look to even up the score. It is getting interesting early here in the first 6-7 as the Fullerton Indians look to kick the extra point.
And that's just a really effective drive by the Fullerton Indians. You know, they didn't have anything too overpowering, but just through speed and then a little bit of deception on their passing plays, they were able to piece together a very good drive that really made the Warriors have to realize a couple things about themselves.
Oh, yeah, I think that's really going to show that they're going to need to change up their defensive scheme. Ooh. And the extra point is good. The Warriors have a very good special teams unit who has generated a lot of disruption on that side of the ball. So let's see how that plays with an onside kick, a couple of missed PATs, missed field goals.
Blocked one last week at Sunny Hills.
All right, and it's with 7:19 left in the first quarter. The score is tied at an even 7 apiece for the Fullerton Indians and the Troy Warriors.
This is definitely a different pacing from the normal games the Warriors have been playing, especially at home. We really have only faced 2 opponents that have kept it competitive the entire game. So by Fullerton being able to score on their opening drive, it's going to keep the game competitive, keep the Warriors pushing for more instead of being able to fall back on their heels a little bit, which we saw at the end of the last couple of games.
So when it's done, offensively, the running back, the fullback was wide right, and they just went C orbit, red.
Their kicker, who appears to be number 80, Declan Campbell. Kickoff. A little short squib to the right side of the field.
By Aiden Corrales and steps directly out of bounds at about the 24.
I mean, that's pretty good. That was actually a great kick. I mean, he kicked it right by the sideline, close enough to where he had to commit out of bounds, couldn't really get too many yards extra. If he drops it, you risk the ball squibbing and rolling down to the 10. So, I mean, good kick, good execution by the Fullerton special team.
Yeah, the only thing is that potentially that was so close to the sidelines themselves, you probably could have been able to let it go as the Warriors and see if it would bounce out of bounds, because then it's a penalty and you get the ball at the 40.
Very true, very true. Number 2 and 15, Isaac Torosian, Ryan Matero, the 2 key leaders for this offense, going out there in the huddle. 1st and 10 on the 24. Maturo under center. Drops back to pass. A wide open Isaac Torosian. He catches the ball. He's down to the 40. He's down to 30. Down to the 20. Down to the 10. Folks, he has scored on 2 plays. 2 touchdowns for the Warriors. It is now 13-7. And there is 7 left in the first.
Just a blown coverage by the Fullerton Indians. There was no safety and no corner. Isaac Torosian was left wide open.
I mean, clearly reading Rudd, he committed outside and just a great wide open look. Dropped it right in the basket and he was gone. 6 for the Warriors as they take another lead. Ooh, penalty on the extra point.
Looks like they're going to call a penalty on the Fullerton Indians for having too many men on the field. It's going to be half the distance to the goal, putting the Warriors at about the 1-yard line. Unfortunately, penalties don't make too much of a difference when it comes to things like this. And the kick is through the uprights and good. It's going to make it 14-7, Troy.
The Warriors take an early 7-point lead on the Warriors. On the Fullerton Indians, the Warriors are up 7 points. And we are back with 7:07 left of the Warriors' big score. Let's see if the Fullerton Indians can answer. They answered last time with very good runs on a part of Ryan Knight and a very big play by Ty Dillon. Let's see what they can do this time.
Earlsburg and Dillon back deep for the Indians.
Kickoff by Kieran Klingsberg. Kade Baylor on the inside. Jacob Longcrier on the outside.
That's going to be a squib kickoff fielded by the Fullerton Indians at about the 16-yard line by number 14. Runs across the entire
Ty Dillon outside, stiff arms, gets a man down, but out to 25. A lot of work, little gain.
That was a big stiff arm, though.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly got the moves.
7 minutes remaining on the game clock here in the first quarter. Indian ball at their own 24-yard line.
The Indians back out on offense. Castillo under center as he takes the ball. Hand off to Knight. He bounces out and down for about a gain of 4.
So once again, just piecing together a good drive by the Indians instead of trying to answer back with another big play like the Warriors did. So smart.
Betty wrapped him up, and then I think Chagoya came in for the hard hit, and he's got him down for 4. Let's see how these Warriors look on defense. 2 receiver look. Fullback, running back in the backfield. Hand off to Knight, bounce right. Oh, hard hit.
Absolutely smothered. And it looks like they may be giving him the first
Looks
down.
like Chagoya on that hit absolutely trucked him.
Unfortunately, it does bring up a first down.
It looks like Corrales and Chagoya delivered a hard hit. However, it did generate a Warriors first.
Another handoff to Knight.
Bounce out. Oh, ball's loose. Oh, and the ball just bounces out as it bounces, as it is in Corrales' hands, just a yard outside on the white.
They're going to give him the 47-yard line because it's where the ball goes out of bounds. So truly a productive fumble by Knight.
Yeah, but I don't think you want to do that.
Definitely not worth the risk, and Knight is going to be stepping off the field for this play.
Ball resting at the 48-yard line.
2 receiver set. Jordan Sandoval in the backfield. Another handoff to number 32, Deshaun Cobbs.
For a gain of about 5 or 6. So kind of proves that the Indians don't really care who's running. They're still going to block effectively and do a very good job.
I think they're saying, hey, Warriors, we are going to run. And if you can't stop it, we will drop back and roll out and show a lot of different looks. It's a Warriors defense that's playing down on men, so it's going to be very interesting how they do counter on that side of the ball. Their offense is certainly going to keep pace with all these big plays. So another handoff to number 32, bounces outside, finds a seam, stays behind a block. It's a good gain actually for about 15 or so.
It's going to bring him down to the 33-yard line. Very effective and
moves the ball to the 33-yard line.
I mean, multiple men in the backfield. What can you say? They're showing a lot of different looks, and if they're able to open it up with multiple men, it's going to help their offensive game, and the Warriors got to stop the run, and they're clearly running it down our throats and killing the clock, playing that good wing T offense. So let's see what happens here. 2 wide receiver set. Another handoff to Cobbs. Cobbs bounces out left to the Warrior sideline. Oh, good block. Finds a seam and tackled by Montebetti for the first.
At the 20-yard line. And that was just a perfect showing of what they've been doing all night. So far, they've just pieced together really good runs, really good alleys where the running back doesn't have to be too shifty or miss too many tackles because they're so blocked on the defense.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's working. What can you say? I mean, good old-fashioned football. Like good old wing T, they're going to run, and they're going to run it hard.
Yeah, they're kind of taking the Warriors with their own game right now.
Another handoff to Cobbs. He runs right into a blocker. And he is down for about a gain of 1 or 2.
So kind of the first ineffective, if we even want to call it that, run of the night. So just a good job by the Fullerton Indians, and it's just kind of a showing that the Warriors need to be able to close those alleys and close those gaps to be able to effectively stop the Indians' offense.
Handoff to 5, and he gets the first down. Another first down run for Ryan Knight.
Put him on the 10-yard line, making it 1st and goal.
That is true.
Breaks the play there at the 10-yard line. Picking up another first down for the Indians. 1st and goal to go.
Indians 1st and goal with 3:14 left here in the first. Castillo under center, handoff to Knight. Knight gets tripped up at the line for a gain of none. 1? He got 1.
He definitely made some forward progress. He missed a tackle at the line of scrimmage, but then was met with like 3 other Warriors just a yard later.
Hit initially in the backfield and stood up. Still picks up 2. 2nd and goal.
The Warriors and the Indians, long rivaled history. Let's see what they can do here. Always have been some pretty good games over the years. 14-7 here in the first. Number 4 drop backs, Castillo to pass. Under pressure. Oh, hit hard.
Hit hard
and
hit
big
high.
sack by number
52.
Louis on that. Came in like a wrecking ball and just absolutely jumped on him and got him to the floor.
Definitely, and a really good choice for the defensive coordinator to blitz because they happened to fall back in the pass, and all of a sudden that pocket crumbled before number 4 could even react to what was really going on.
Oh, yeah, great looks here. 3rd and 13 for the Indians. Let's see what they can do here. Handoff to Knight on a 3rd and 15, and he is stuffed. Gets a gain of about 5.
Looks like
And the Indians send out the punt team, or kicking team, field goal unit.
Certainly would be a punt.
One of the 3. Their field goal unit.
So a really good job by the Warriors defense to keep it at a field goal. You know, really well pieced together drive, but Indians couldn't capitalize once they got within the 10-yard line.
Field goal is up, field goal is good. And another 3 points for the Fullerton Indians to make it 10-14. Warriors still up by 4 with a minute left in the first. You say interesting ball game? I mean, I think it's
absolutely, yeah. The fans are into it. We have a lot of fans in the home and away stands. Everyone really likes playing each other when it's Fullerton against Troy. And Fullerton wants to win this. They want to prove it's their house.
Everybody up for the kickoff!
And then everybody up for the kickoff call again. I think we've seen a lot of points scored, so a lot of kickoffs here. A lot of action here in the first. No punts at all, which is really crazy.
It's kind of a go big or go home, win this or win nothing kind of game for both teams.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can someone get a hold of Lindsay? I need the freaking passport to the passport.
Declan Campbell on the kickoff for the Indians.
Looks like the Indians have another Declan Campbell, their kicker, number 80. Drops back to the 30. The kickoff is up.
It sends Santoro back, and that's going to be a touchback. Really good kickoff.
That's a good job.
Touchback. So, 1 minute remaining. The Warriors take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Full house here. We got Ben. We got Troy Cheer for the senior night pink out game. One of the final home games for the Warriors before their last home game. Our last home game as Warriors.
Yes, it is. That's
Until
why.
CIF. Hopefully we get one back here, but
Yes, that would be great. If we can win this game, we have a pretty good chance of bringing one home.
that's true. It'd be really interesting to see them bring a title back for what seems like has not come back in a really, really long time.
And they continue to lose. We're going to have a timeout.
Timeout called for by the Fullerton Indians here with
Indians call the timeout with a minute left in the first.
With the mics. Forward camera number 5 are open. You are receiving level. This is hot.
So what she's asking, you should be able to hear. I got a dead battery on camera 2. I need to do that.
New battery on camera 2.
Okay, so I'm just basically recapping the first quarter. Yeah, and then is everyone gonna hear me?
Yeah. So
Good job, Ray. Let's get it.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done?
So basically, like it's been a great game so far.
I'm gonna say, hey Warriors, it's Andrea here. It's
Motion Ken Queensberg tossed to him, and there's going to be a penalty.
Am I live or not? Okay.
Troy Warriors offense.
And the Warriors. Ooh, early penalty on the Warriors. Gonna take the ball 5 yards back.
false start.
False start on the Warriors.
Ball back to the 15-yard line.
Hey, Randy, that's how this 30 long. Those offensive guys out, please. And it can't be got over before training.
All right, so it's going to make it 1st and 15. Warriors are going to try to pass it.
Drop back, quick pass, and just not really on the same page in terms of quarterback, wide receiver.
No. And that was supposed to be a little bit of just a quick back in, quick corner, but Aiden Corrales did not move quick enough, and Maturo expecting him to move much quicker. Thus just completely missed him. That's going to make it 2nd and 15 as well.
A change in memo there.
Going to motion again. That's going to be a handoff. Fisher Huss bounces out, and he's got room to run. He's running down through the 50. There's going to be no one to catch him, is there? He's running down to the 20, down to the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors.
And the Warriors here take a bigger lead of 22-10.
Only one man to beat, and Fisher Huss sure did it. He got a big alley, and just like that, he was able to outrun everyone else on the Fullerton Indian field.
These Warriors don't really seem to be marching down the field. I think they're just sprinting down and just coming back to the sideline every time the Warriors touch the ball. A big play tends to happen.
Yes, they do.
I was doing that camera. Did you see me? I was doing that camera.
Really impressive by the Warriors to be able to piece together drives without really having to piece anything together.
It is great. I mean, to score 20 in the first, you're on pace for 80. Not very likely, but crazy. And outside for 2 is Aiden Corrales, and the Warriors are now up 12 on the 2-point attempt by the Warriors.
That's going to make it 22-10.
I'm going to do my happy dance,
Warriors.
Tyler. Why? Because we are winning. We are up 12. And it isn't even the end of the first.
And that's more of a statement than anything else. That's a little bit of sticking it to Fullerton, being able to say, we just scored a 2-point conversion. Now what are you going to do about it?
And I will be handing off the reins here to your younger brother. Some family action in the house, as we see here throughout Troy history. I think one good part of the school is there's a reason last names last. And you always see them return and return. You see kids of former players, and it is great to see. And we will have Jack Coker join us here soon on the radio.
All right, so welcome to the broadcast, Jack. We got
Hello,
44
everyone.
seconds left in the first quarter. We're going to have a Warrior kickoff. Luckily, you were in the booth to hear us getting excited for Fisher Huss touchdown.
Yeah, it's super exciting to see. Obviously, a great first quarter for the Warriors.
So something that's continued to interest me throughout the season is how we switch off kickers as Kieran Klingsberg kicks another squib, fielded down at around the 15-yard line, carried by number 6 for the Indians with a big cut and tackled down at about the 32. That's going to be Steven Hurlbert.
Yeah, that is super interesting. Why do you think that is?
I have no clue. We've seen a little bit of Aiden Corrales. We've seen a little bit of Kieran Klingsberg. Seems to just kind of bounce around by game. All right, so this is going to be a big drive. The Warrior defense up by 12. Their offense have given them a lot to work with. They're coming off of a pretty big stop within the 10-yard line. But perhaps the most important is being able to keep them from getting to the 10-yard line. The Warriors have kind of been pieced together a little bit so far. Big gaps have been opened up for Knight and for number 32 as well, Deshaun Cobbs. And we see Knight step back onto the field in a shotgun formation. Snap kept by number 40. And ran big gap, big hit. That's going to be gain of about 9.
Yes, great hit by Isaac Torosian there.
All right, that's going to end the first quarter. We're going to have an interview.
Good? I can go now? Hey Warriors, it's Andrea here. I'm on the sidelines of our senior night football game against Fullerton. The score is 22-10. We're doing super well. We already have a touchdown, 30 seconds in the game from Isaac Torosian. Super good game. It's senior night and pink out. Really excited for what's to come. See you later during the third quarter. Are we good?
A brief segment right there. Thank you everyone for that brief segment right there, and we are going to kick off the second quarter.
Yeah, special thanks to Andrea for doing it. Another shotgun formation, another quarterback keep punching in, and that's going to be a first down and a little bit more.
It looks like the ball's out.
And the Warriors are celebrating already. I have a feeling the Warriors got it.
Wow.
That's a Warrior ball.
I was just about to mention that I found it interesting that the quarterback was keeping the ball so much. Like, out of the couple plays that I saw, we were mixing off about half and half between the quarterback keeps and the running back. Did that have anything to do with the fumble there?
Absolutely. Letting your quarterback run directly into middle linebackers is really a tough choice because your quarterback really isn't your toughest of guys, and so ball security will always be concerned with quarterbacks. And naturally, the Warriors found a way, and that's the big stop they needed. That's going to turn the tides for this game.
Yes, exactly as you said. I was about to bring up that it was going to be important for the Warriors to keep Fullerton from scoring on this drive, to keep momentum in their favor.
That's going to be keep lofted up by Ryan Maturo. Kieran Kingsford wide
open.
Touchdown Warriors. No safety coverage by the Indians, and that's another one added to the list.
And the Warriors pull ahead 28-10 before the PAT.
And once again, just almost blown coverage by the Indian secondary. The Warriors have done a really good job locking it out. Ryan Maturo with some very well-placed passes, making sure that he hits Kieran Kingsford in stride, and he can outrun anyone on this field.
Exactly, and it's super relieving to see that Ryan can step up and make that throw, because those are the throws that define the game. With the miss there, it would be obviously a momentum killer, having a person wide open. So definitely props to Maturo for making such a play, or such a throw, and props to Kieran for hauling it in.
Definitely. The extra point is going to be kicked by Aiden Corrales, once again mixing up the kickers. We've seen a lot of Aiden Corrales on PATs, but not as much lately on kickoffs. And that's blocked.
Whoa.
No. It was blocked. That ball did not go through the uprights, and it's going to be 28-10, and it looks a little bit like a normal score. You know, after a 2-point conversion, you miss the PAT. It seems about even.
Almost like the coaches predicted the future right there.
Yes, they did. But that's good for the Indians. You know, gets a little bit of momentum going, gets a little bit of excitement. Blocking a PAT isn't all that common, so by doing something like that, you're going to be able to actually fire up the offense a little bit.
Exactly, and going off of momentum again, that block PAT was significant, in fact, because even though it didn't end up giving them the ball or giving them field position or even giving them points, it's obviously very important. You gotta get the sidelines going too. So it's definitely big that Troy stops Fullerton's momentum here.
And it killed the Warriors a little bit in the student section, and the Fullerton student section's having the time of their lives out there, dancing around, having some fun. As the kickoff's going to be another squib, fielded at the 20 by number 32 Cobbs, bounced, taken out to about the 34, 33-yard line. So once again, really good opening field position for the Indians. They've done a good job off these kickoffs to be able to actually give them something to work with on offense. We're going to see a little bit safer toss tonight out on the outside. Makes a man miss, and only just to get 1 yard.
Looks like a big hit by Jonathan Chagoya.
That's our strong safety. That's our man. He got hurt last week. You could definitely see that impact on the defense in the fourth quarter. But glad to see him back out here. Senior night, final home game for his career. It's great to see.
Speaking of injuries, Mr. Daniel Everest is out with a thumb injury. In fact, he had surgery this morning, so prayers for a speedy recovery there, and we'll have to see how the other guys can step up in his large presence on the field.
And so far, we've seen some pretty successful takeover. Number 4 is going to keep the ball and
sacked by
time by Jacob McCormick. And that's going to lose quite a bit of yardage. That's going to be Jacob McCormick 16 yards from the first down line now. Just chases him out, and nobody blocks McCormick enough. And that's the risk you have when you run your quarterback outside, let him roll out. You usually let the defensive end run around a little bit because it estranges the defensive player. But if your quarterback can't outrun that defensive player like the Warriors have, and that's going to be a short dump off, but it's going to be taken for a big carry. Looks like
a first down.
They give it to him.
Well, there you go. It's definitely important that the Indians are trying to make it happen. You can see a variety of plays. We had quarterback rolling out. We had lots of runs, both QB and running back runs. And now we've seen a screen pass. So
yeah, good job by Ty Dillon to carry and make sure that he wasn't tackled before that first down yard. That's a 16-yard play. That's really good. All right, and I've noticed that the offense for the Indians has seen a lot more success when they're under center versus being in that shotgun formation. It's going to be another handoff tonight. Bounces again, keeps running even though he's hit. Wow,
looks
gain
like
of 11.
Yeah, it's a gain of 11. It looks like when Fullerton keeps the ball safe, it looks like the run game is definitely a great way to push the ball downfield. So Troy's got to tighten up with the run defense.
Definitely. Yeah, the Indians have just been punching the Warriors in the face with the same run game that the Warriors punch everyone else in the face with. So it's kind of interesting to see them hit with their own game, essentially. That's going to be a handoff, toss to number 5, Knight again for a gain about 5.
And again, we see the Indians drilling that run game.
And I mean, so long as there's no answer, if you can get 5 yards to carry, you're winning the game. Unless, of course, you're down by 18 already.
Or you fumble.
Second and 6.
Once again under center, that's going to be tossed again and fumble.
Oh, fumble again.
Zach Darker on the ball. No. It looks like the quarterback actually recovered the ball. That's Christopher Castillo with a juggling act by the Warriors. Zach Darker almost had the ball, knocked it up to Jacob McCormick, who then drops the ball when it was in his chest.
Man, could that ball have landed anywhere closer to Zach's hands? My goodness, but it's all right.
Anywhere closer to Jacob McCormick's chest.
Yes, but it's all right because it looks like a loss of about 7 for the Indians, and no matter what, it's a game for the Troy defense. Definitely going to be difficult to convert a 3rd and 18.
Yeah, but I would keep an eye out for a screen pass out on the outside again. They got both options open. They've got some pretty tough wide receivers out here. Once again, out of the shotgun formation, and they're going to loft it deep. And that's going to be not a first down at all. But a very good play nonetheless. Looks like it's going to make it about 4th and 4.
4.5, 5 yards.
So a really good play, a really well put together play, being able to get someone open against this really tough Warrior secondary. They haven't made too many mistakes this entire season. out of the shotgun once again. They're going to roll number 4 out. Lots of outside linebackers chasing. And wide open, number 14, Ty Dillon. That's going to be a first down.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a Patrick Mahomes type of play right there. Throw on the run. Great play by the quarterback.
Strong throw, hits him directly in the chest. And really, that's kind of just a well put together pass play. Not much of a bad play on anyone. Definitely not a poor play by the secondary. Probably more game plan, making sure that they don't get deep beat, because that's a touchdown. And this is going to be a spread on the left, trips left out of the shotgun formation. Handoff to Knight. A little bit of a draw, and that's going to gain a 5.
Yeah, great work right there. But being on the sidelines interviewing players, I recognize that each play takes a lot of energy out of each player. So that kind of explains why the Indians have to resort to passing on some options and can't just run the ball for 5 yards every time, because their running backs getting tired. And that was something that I noticed, never really thought of. And it definitely explains why we're seeing a great variety of run plays, pass plays, all sorts of things from this Indians offense.
Definitely. That's going to be another shotgun pass, almost intercepted by number 25, Fisher Huss, stepping in a strong safety. Oh my goodness, and that would have been a pick 6.
Read it like a book.
Nobody's going to be able to catch up to Fisher Huss, so just a great job reacting to the ball, being a ball hawk, making sure, because number 6 catches that ball for Fullerton. He's really only got one guy to make miss until he's in the end zone. He gets paid dirt.
Big 3rd and 5 right here. If the Warriors can hold Fullerton to another field goal, definitely be ideal.
Definitely, and it's a 3rd and 5. It's very doable. It's going to be another pass, drop back by number 4. And that's going to be a sack. Zach Darker on the play. Sacked down at the 33-yard line. That's big Zach Darker, senior.
Yeah, definitely got a hold of the quarterback there. Unlike that ball that got by him. I'm kidding. Great work by Zach Darker. Big loss for the Indians.
Definitely. Looks like there's going to be some positional changes coming in and out this game. We're going to see what the Indians, try to do. They're coming off the 30-yard line. They've got 15 yards for a first down, and it's 4th down. Looks like they're bringing out their quarterback. They're going to try it.
Wow, interesting decision here. I mean, 30 yards is definitely still a long kick, but a 15-yard conversion, definitely going to be difficult to do with this Troy defense.
Definitely. You're going to see a lot of pressure coming in from these Warriors because they're not here to mess around. Trust your secondary and let your defensive line do what they do best. Oh, and there's Kevin Louie, and that's going to be dumped to Knight. Tackled down at around the 36-yard line. Absolutely not converted. Great stop by the Warrior defense.
And you can see there's great energy there from Jacob Longcrier. Definitely essential for keeping that momentum going and keeping this momentum staying strong through the first half,
Definitely, and just a really good job reacting to the ball as the Warrior student section gets really excited. You can see our boy Alec Ochoa out there. He's going to be joining us in the 3rd quarter broadcasting, so you'll be able to hear from him, the big man with the cone. We like to see it. We love to see the Warriors come out and make a big defensive play. Now everyone's excited, and we've still got half of a 2nd quarter to go. Motion Kieran Klingsberg, handoff to him.
Lions Galvez up the freaking field.
And excuse us, we have a little bit of a voice on the other side of the wall here.
Kieran Klingsberg, pickup of 3 was ball to the...
But that was a pickup of 3. And a good run by Kieran Klingsberg, considering that there wasn't really a gap to work with, just kind of powered through.
Exactly. We can see a lot about how Kieran actually does a lot of work, even though we do love to credit the O-line. Kieran Klingsberg does a lot of work in the open field, breaking tackles and making sure to fall forward, which in terms means that instead of falling backward and losing yards, we like to fall forward and gain yards as we are tackled.
Not only that, but it kind of establishes a tough precedent, and that's going to be Fisher Huss. Ran in for a first down. That's going to be down to the 49-yard line.
Great work by him. And we can see that dynamic of a power back versus a kind of an outside back that is used for breaking tackles through maybe a little bit of a juke move or whatever. But Fisher-Huss plays that role of a strong back, which is very essential, even though he might not get all the glamour that a big play like Kieran would. But we can see it earlier that Fisher-Huss definitely has the speed to be on the outside. So overall, Fisher-Huss and Kieran Klingsberg are very talented backs.
Dynamic duo out there on the side. It's going to be a motion. Cade Thomas, handoff to Fisher-Huss. Big gain considering he was wrapped up 3 yards out. He gains a gain about 8. And something that I've noticed, Jack, is that the traditional wing tee has a wide receiver out toward one side or the other, making sure that typically Isaac Torosian for us is able to go out for a receiving play, but these past couple of plays, the Warriors have had everybody in on the line. It's definitely kind of establishing, hey, we're going to run, and just like Avi said earlier, until you're going to stop us, we're going to keep running.
Yeah, I think a lot of that tactic is actually inspired by trying not to give up the ball. I know we've seen Fullerton fumble, but the odds are that a pick is more likely to happen than a fumble, especially with our great ball carriers here at Troy. So, yeah, we can definitely see that Troy's trying to keep the momentum in our hands. And Troy's hands.
To Kieran Klingsberg does a good job making a couple men miss. That's a first down, and at the 39-yard line. So really, just like the Indians have been doing, the Warriors are doing the same thing. Keep running the ball, keep seeing what you can do, and until the defense has an answer, there's no need to really change to stop running the ball.
Great point, and obviously the run game is extremely tired for the entire field as everyone is blocking, everyone is making tackles.
Definitely. It's very...
And that is only the 10th offensive play that we have run in the game. So we've only run 10 plays and gained all these yards. So great work by the Troy offense.
Kingsburg gained them with nothing. They're going to give him 1 yard, maybe half a yard. And like you said, that's been a really effective game. We've seen a lot of really big plays coming from these Troy Warriors, and that's 11 plays now. They've scored 4 touchdowns.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
Warriors come out, and once again, you're going to see that they do not have anyone out. They don't even have anyone quite honestly in the backfield. Motion number 5, Declan Healy, tossed to him. He's going to make a man miss on the outside, bounces out, running free, and brought out at about the 21-yard line. And we have an injured Indian on the field. Oh, no. Helped up by his friend. Looks like he'll be okay.
Yeah, great change of pace right there for our running backs. Of course, we've seen a lot of Fisher-Huss and a lot of Kieran Klingsberg, but now Declan Healy is showing some explosiveness there on the sideline. Great to see.
And
especially
as he just kind of runs free. Nobody contains him.
And he is a sophomore indeed, so obviously the future is bright for the Warriors.
Definitely. And once again, by bringing in these wide receivers to keep the line with all 11 players, nobody can really stop an outside run like that. There's no contained person. There's no corner to even save you because the wide receivers are also on the line of scrimmage. And off Fisher-Huss. Strong push for a gain of about 4.
Fisher-Huss, the ball carrier. Pick up a 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 for the Warriors.
And as we can see, it's been a great effort by the Warriors to use a lot of plays on this drive and a lot of time, as we haven't seen any too big plays. I mean, of course, Declan Healy's run was definitely a nice gain, but we haven't seen any explosive touchdowns or large gains, in fact, that have defined the drive.
Slant caught by Aiden Corrales in for the touchdown. That's a short pass, but still does the job. Touchdown, Warriors.
Great work by Aiden Corrales with the yards after the catch right there. It was a slant, so generally the wide receiver is tackled after catching the ball. But in Crowell is out here making people miss, doing what he does best.
And he did a really good job on that route. He stayed inside the corner, which is usually the opposite of what the corner wants. They typically want to establish themselves on the inside of the receiver. So by doing that, he really was able to make everyone miss. There was nobody to stop him, nobody to try to deflect the ball. Great job.
And one thing that he does not make miss is that football when he kicks it.
That was well done. I'll give it to you. 35-10. Warriors are leading with 1:35 left in the first half. So definitely not what we saw from the first couple drives offensively from the Warriors, but we love to see them put together a really good drive. This is the first drive that they've tested out a little bit more of a ground and pound method. There hasn't been as many, like you said, big explosive plays that were for 40 yards. We saw a lot more effective running and good blocking by our offense.
Exactly, even though we have a significant lead today.
Everybody up for the kickoff!
Excuse us, but it is very important to keep our momentum going through halftime, as we had some trouble there out in Sunny Hills while I'm doing that, but I have all confidence in the Warriors tonight.
And once again, just like Sunny Hills, this is going to be, although the score may not reflect it, it's going to be a competitive game. Neither team are going to put in their backups. They're not going to put in secondary players. Everyone's trying to win this game with the best they can, score as much as they can. It's a pride thing at this point.
And it looks like a Warrior ball right there. Onside kick by the Warriors, and out of the jumble of bodies, the Warriors come up with it.
And like we said, it's a pride thing. The Warriors want to win this game. They want to win big. They just scored a touchdown. They're up by 25. They don't care. They're going to get the ball back. And what's Fullerton going to do to stop them?
Interesting move. That might have been inspired by the need for momentum going into the second half, as we mentioned earlier. Struggled with that a little bit out in Sunny Hills, but great work by the Warriors recovering the ball there.
Definitely. See a look at our student section and our lovely cheerleading staff. Great job riling up the crew a little bit. That's going to be a pass kept by Ryan Maturo, caught at around the 40-yard line by Isaac Torosian. That's going to be a 2nd and 1 for the Troy Warriors. And a good job mixing in the pass.
Exactly. It's great to see Ryan Maturo going out there and making plays, because we've seen a lot of success in the run game, but having all these completed passes and gaining yards via the air, it's definitely nice to see that we're not depending on one side of offense.
Definitely. And now we've got 2 receivers outspread, so a little bit of a different approach. Passing again is Ryan Maturo. This one is going to be caught over on the other sideline by Aiden Corrales. Really competitive grab and a strong push. That's going to be a timeout called by the Fullerton Indians.
Timeout called for the Warriors.
Excuse me, by the Troy Warriors.
41.1 seconds.
And they've got 41 seconds left in this quarter and in this half to score. They're at the 31-yard line, so they have a little bit to go to even get in field goal range, and this is high school.
Exactly, and obviously trying to preserve time with the timeout because it stops the clock. So, yeah, the Warriors are obviously looking to advance on this field, even though they have a 25-point lead. Definitely love to see it from the Warriors.
Yeah, I love the aggression. I like being able to see the Warriors come out with a fight. And they definitely won't lose that fight during halftime. They want to establish that Troy's winning this game, and Troy's bringing it home tonight.
Troy owns the stadium.
All right, offense is finally back on the field. Isaac Torosian, the only man outside, but then we will probably see a pass. And Ryan Matero keeps it, rolls out, looking to pass, and that hits Destin Loy down at about the 2 or 3 yard line. Great pickup by an interim tight end.
Yes, it looks like he was wide open in the middle of the field, so great play design there to get the tight end open.
And that's one of the most effective parts of the wing T, as we will most likely have. The clock running down past 30 seconds, but the wing T allows for a lot of deception, and as you can see, the linebackers don't know whether to cover Destin or not. That's going to be a run. Kieran Klingsberg in for the touchdown, Warriors. That's going to be another touchdown before the half with 18 seconds left on the clock.
It's not a Troy game without multiple Kieran Klingsberg touchdowns.
Definitely not. We've seen it a lot at home, and people are getting excited. People are riled up.
You see our student section getting super excited.
Did call us out once again for the extra point kick. Looks like it's going to be blocked again.
And yeah, looks like number 34 there slips right through the line.
That's Jaden Pulsifier. Great last name, if you ask me, for a defensive guy.
Yeah, definitely great special teams play there.
Yeah, and once again, another blocked PAT by the Fullerton Indians. They've got a beat on the Warriors special teams, and now it's 41-10.
And the Warriors pulling ahead by 31 points.
All right, so the Indians will look to potentially put together a little bit of a quick drive, but most likely this quarter will come to the half. All right, Warriors ready to kick off. Kieran Klingsberg with the kick. It's going to be squibbed once again, fielded, touched at a 25, but fielded and stepped on at the the 19-yard line. So that was dangerous. It took a little bit of time off the clock, but because it's high school football, once you commit to the ground, you are considered down. Seventeen and a half seconds left for the Indians. They're going to run the ball, running down the time. Knight, big run, breaks out for about 11 yards. Brought him down to the 30-yard line, and we have less than 10 seconds. Time draining off the clock, but it looks like the clock will be stopped by the referee, the officiating crew. Time ticking back, and that will bring us to the half.
Yes, great work by the Warriors, pulling ahead for 41-10 against the Indians.
All right, and we're going to be having an interview right before the halftime show by Andrea Rusica. We're going to have a halftime show presented by our Troy dance teams, Red Hots and All Male. So please enjoy this, ladies and gentlemen. We are now introducing
Hello, can you hear me? Alright, so you need a headset on the announcer? Gotcha.
Escorted by his father, Mitch. Jackson Reed, escorted by parents, Mike and Wendy. Jordan Roquillo, escorted by Joshua and Grishel, as well as brother and sister Matthew and Jerica. Josephine Shaw, escorted by brother Aaron. Seong Song, escorted by mom, Keong Oke Jenna. Benny Tam, escorted by friends Adam, Misoni, and Kayla Ito. Matthew Trinidad, escorted by parents Mark and Gina. Sky Yoon, escorted by friends Gia, Marie, Sorino, and Fatia. Awen Zhang and Bill Zhang, escorted by parents Chasing Zhang and Quixon Wang. Tessa Young, escorted by Michelle and Eugene, her parents. And Lee Song, escorted by parents Brina and Denny. The Warrior Guard, Arcana Azuri, escorted by parents Yarma and Latia. Jerry Areta, escorted by parents Janet and Robert. Allison Chong, escorted by her dad Lance. Sejong Chapara, escorted by friends Valentina and Ashley. Jacqueline Cortez, escorted by boyfriend Nolan Neverland. Rebecca Hong, escorted by her dad Ken. Amy Mudakuchi, escorted by friend Alicia Lee. Reese Reyes, escorted by dad Richard Reyes. And Palestina Rivera, escorted by dad Miguel. And our final color guard senior, Adriana Rodriguez Villafian, escorted by Amy. Have a hand for all of our seniors.
enjoy the halftime show presented by the Warriors Band and Color Guard.
Shit.
Magical Mystery Tour by the Wheels and Come Sail Away by Sticks in their show entitled Love and Raw. Drum Major, the field is yours.
take this. We need to take this. Are you okay? Okay, I probably need to go up to the booth. Richter, I need to go up to the booth to get situated. Okay? I'll get somebody to come over, okay? Come over to help you. Okay. 1 second. I got a Zach in there. I had to move that because it was right in people's way.
I honestly thought they'd leave that stuff. Sending video, good.
When are we doing the interview?
I don't know.
Can't. Can you guys just stay out here?
Yeah, well, find yourself a seat. Well, actually, I gotta wait for these guys.
Am I not? We're not doing interview.
This is not that.
For your action this week, congratulations go out to the Troy Girls varsity volleyball team who advanced by winning the first round of CIF by defeating Bonita High School 3 straight sets. They will take on Oaks Christian tomorrow at 2.
Are we doing an interview though? No? So what? Why can't we do an interview? This camera. And Drea's wanting to do an interview. She's been waiting. It's working. You just need to tell me when I'm live. If they tell me when I'm live, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
So is this going to be on ABC?
Yeah.
Are we ready? Hey Warriors, it's Andrea. We've had a really great game so far. It's the pink game and it's senior night. I'm here with senior Nathan Martier. Let's hear what he's got to say.
You know, senior night, we're watching our boys destroy, and I'm out here with the student section. Yeah!
All right. Bye, guys.
right, Warriors, the start of the second half is coming very shortly as we see the Troy Warriors pile up in the middle of the 15-yard line and the Fullerton Indians sprinting behind them. Again, I'm here with George Spano. It's a great pleasure to have you beside me. And let's just see these Troy Warriors fight this second half. You know, it's some of my best friends are on this team, and to, you know, represent them, it's definitely a very special moment for me to watch them in the student section and give them my very support.
Absolutely. You know, we've grown up with a lot of these people on the field tonight, and it's just really awesome to see them having such a great time out there.
Agreed.
You know, I mean, some of these guys I've known for probably my whole life pretty much, and that's just, it's exciting to see them, you know, giving it their all tonight. And with that being said, the kickoff will be underway here. Again, the score is 41-10 going into the second half.
Yes.
Very exciting lead for the Troy Warriors, and we will see how they perform this half.
Yes, I'm very excited. You know, last week's loss was very heartbreaking. We put our heart on the field, and there was just a couple of unexpected plays that really put us under Sunny Hills, and so we got to just bounce back. You know, these are our rivals here, and we're playing home. We're literally on our home side, so we got to prove something to them that this is our home, not theirs. We got to show them our all. We got to fight the whole every single quarter. What am I saying? Just, you know, just fight, you know, just produce points, just be the best version of everyone, and everyone's going to just come together and just get this win for the Warriors.
Very well said. And the kickoff is underway. Looks like a little bit of a short kick right there to
number 14, Ty Dillon. 14. And he gets to about the 30-yard line. He's taken down.
And with that, there is a flag on the play there.
You know, I'm very excited to see this second half for the Warriors defense. You know, this whole season we were very grateful to have middle linebacker Daniel Everest lead the pack. And, you know, he was just a true warrior and a true captain. He definitely showed heart and really represented everyone on the field. And so to see him on the sidelines cheering, even though he had an unexpected injury last week versus the Lancers, you know, it's very cool to see him still support. You know, he loves all these people on the field. And, you know, let's just see them defend, you know. It's just going to be a great time watching these Warriors fight without him and just, you know, represent him as a whole.
You know, definitely. We had a lot of injuries last week, namely Daniel Everest, as you mentioned, but also Jacob Bellen, one of our starting offensive linemen, who had a very unfortunate hand injury. I believe he broke his hand as well as tore a few ligaments in his hand, so that's never good to see, especially when you're a senior. You know, you don't have that much time playing on the field left. It's heartbreaking, but he looks happy and he's in good spirits on the sideline, cheering on his brothers out there, so that's good to see at least.
All right, so
it looks like a quick tackle right there for about a gain of 2 yards.
Let me see who that is. I think that's number 99.
Looks like number 5 there, Ryan Knight with the ball.
And Jesus Torres took him down. You know, it's unfortunate, you know. Daniel and then Kieran had a little bruised forearm, and then Jacob, you know, he's just such a spiritful senior. And I had a talk with him today, and he's very bummed that he wasn't able to play this game. But, you know, the most he could do is just be on the side with Daniel and really support him. You know, that's their job here tonight, is just to lead the pack. And it's a second down. Oh, and Ty Dillon ends up catching that ball a little bit past the 50-yard line. You know, the quarterback for the Indians, Christopher Castillo, was very uneasy before he threw that ball, and so to see him get a completion to Ty Dillon, it was really that was a really good play.
I don't even know, but it's like really loud. We'll see.
Well, there seems to be a flag on the play, and it's placed just before the 45-yard line. That's Fullerton's 45. Well said.
Ooh, looks like a big yard right there.
That was a big yardage from number 6, Stephen Hurlbert. Just got that reception from the quarterback for the Indians. That was a pretty good reception for Steven.
And probably one of the Indians' biggest gains tonight in terms of yardage.
Yes.
They haven't been, they haven't really been making a ton of big long runs down the field too much. It's been a lot of like little spurts of maybe about
routes.
5 yards to even some like 12-yard gains, but nothing remarkable like how we had in like the first couple plays or like first 30 seconds almost with the Warriors with that big touchdown by Isaac Torosian. Oh, and
it's
a fumble
handoff,
right
but he
there.
dropped it.
Brought down.
He gets up, oh wow,
and
he
a
just keeps
flag.
going. Flag on the play, like you said.
Honestly, and it's something to be said about tonight, in previous Fullerton games in the past couple years, I think the biggest, most remarkable thing is it being a rivalry game. There were about 1 million flags last year, and this year I've only seen a couple.
I know. That was crazy. Yeah, there were so many flags against the Indians last year. But, yeah, it's just it's a great night. Everyone's out and enjoying this game, supporting their teams, I mean, even though the Indians don't get home possession, you see most of them, out there supporting their team. Us Warriors, this is Fullerton's home stadium, and we share this with them. And for us to be out here and, overpower them just shows how much of a community we are and how much we support this football team.
Absolutely. And, I think the really good thing about tonight is the seniors are having a blast. With a senior night, it's always good to see that the seniors are having fun. And being able to win that game is really important. Oh, it looks like a bit of a...
Oh, wow.
Oh.
There's an uneasy handout to Ryan Nye, and it's just...
Might have been a tackle for loss there by Jonathan Chagoya. That was pretty good right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing that 4 yards back. So now 2nd and 14 for the Indians. That is a difficult thing to do. I think the biggest thing the Indians really need to focus on tonight, Alec, is just limiting as many errors as possible because, league is coming kind of down to a close here, and they really just need to focus on, number one, injury prevention. Number two, just really focusing on touching up those little areas that are a bit messy right now, like those couple mistakes in the backfield. And it looks like number 5 is coming
to this.
It's
a handoff for about 7 yards. That's, again, Ryan Knight.
Very good job by Ryan Knight there.
Yeah.
He is really dominating in terms of offense tonight, and he's struggling against a very, very good Warrior defense. That's going to be really hard.
Ty and Ryan are 2 very good Indian players, and so to see them really getting a lot of action and, owning up to, their ability on the field, and, those Fullerton coaches really trust them if they're getting that much, action on the field, and so it's very good seeing them perform the way they are. But it's 3rd and 5 on the play. And I think they're going to run a handoff. Yeah, it's going to be a halfback dive. But, he's stopped by number 7, Kade Baylor.
Big hit right at the line of scrimmage. That was a great play by Kade. That's one of the best things that I've said about this this Troy Warrior defense is they are really dynamic. And the biggest thing, too, is they are able to stop the play quickly and effectively this year. We've struggled in the past couple years with some missed tackles and missed blocks and everything, and that's costed us some big yardage. But this year it's just a lot of linebackers filling in the blitzes and stuff, and we have a lot of really good action by the linemen, especially the 3 up front. They're doing a very, very good job. And it's just frankly remarkable to see such a big difference from last year coming into this year,
Oh, and he's uneasy on the edge, but he doesn't get to the Ty Dillon. That's an incompletion on a 4th down, and it is Troy Warrior ball. Troy's going to be pretty close to Fullerton's end zone, so we kind of try to throw some handoffs out there, get it a little bit to the middle of the field.
And the Warriors now are going to have to watch out for any turnovers. That's a big, costly moment for them. And if any interceptions happen or anything like that, that could mean a touchdown for the Indians very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll matter in this half, but I think that we want to limit those mistakes as much as possible, especially with a very big opponent like La Habra coming next week.
Of course, yeah.
And of course,
they're very tough,
And not to mention going into CIF in the following weeks to come.
Yeah. It's a 1st down for the Warriors, and
looks like a gain of about 5 right there.
Trying to see it was either Fisher or Kieran. I think
that would be Fisher Huss.
That's Fisher
with the
Huss.
ball. So very good job. He actually gained about 8 yards there. My bad right there, but that was a very good job by Fisher Huss. You know, Fisher Huss, Cameron Klingsberg, both very, very good running backs for the Warriors this year, and they are very, very powerful players. You know,
Yes,
we had Kieran Klingsberg leading the county in yards per game, and that was a very remarkable thing to see. That was, let's see here.
Let's see what they do here.
Looks like going to number 50. Oh, that's not number.
That is again Kieran Klingsberg.
Kieran Klingsberg.
So I'm having a hard time seeing these numbers. But yeah, you know.
Apologies, folks. We seem to be having some technical issues right here.
I think we're good now. Sorry. Oh, he got the inside run, and I think that's going to be close to another first down. Well, I think he got about 5 yards on that play. But yeah, sorry about that technical difficulties, guys.
Once again, the Warriors are plugging down the field in very steady, good fashion there. That was about a gain of 6 yards. So, you know, that's the biggest thing I have to say about football is it doesn't matter as much as about the big plays. It's about those little plays that make a big difference. So if you can get 5 or 6 yards every single play, you're in good business, and you'll make that drive into a touchdown very quickly.
Yeah, you know, we're seeing, like, professional football games. Like, at the end of the game, if you get 1 first down, that's the whole game. Like, if they use all their timeouts, that's the whole game. So, you know, these little plays it's a big thing to, you know, take note of. And I think it's going to be an outside handout to Kieran Klings. Oh, wait, and he was sacked because Ryan Montero held the ball. And I think there's a sack for the Fullerton Indians. Yeah, he was rushed very hard by number 34. That's going to be Jaden Pulsifier. Jaden Pulsifier with a nice rush. You know, one thing that I saw in the second quarter that really hit me was, you know, Jacob Blancreier, linebacker, number 42. I mean, I've seen him, you know, perform every single game of this season, you know, and there's been a lot of plays where he's just been kind of, you know, out of it. But there was this one play that stood out to me. It was 4th down, and, you know, he stopped them, and it just showed that, you know, if they come to his side, you know, he's got it. Like, you know, they've tried to find so many ways to get away from him because they know how strong of an individual he is. And so to see them run into that is just very important. But Ryan Montero throws a quick pass to Kieran Klingsberg. Klingsberg tries to juke out and gets out about the 27-yard line. You know, George, what are your thoughts on CIF for us?
You know, it's going to be exciting. I honestly don't think we've brought a tremendous game like this year into CIF. And this year, it seems like we have a reinvigorated energy and just a whole lot of new excitement coming into it. So, you know, if we are coming into CIF, and we will be, it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think we'll make it pretty far, honestly, in CIF. You know, we've been playing a lot of good teams, and we've really been showing that our hard work has been paying off. So this is really good to see the amount of experience and physicality we've gained this off season and into the season as well. So it's really good to see, and I think we're going to go pretty well in CIF.
You know, I agree with that, George. And it was 4th down for the Warriors, and we just decided to punt the ball. It's going to be the Indians' ball just shortly.
And 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the third quarter. We'd like to thank all of you at home for tuning in, and stay tuned for the rest of the game.
Yes. First down for the Indians. Oh, and it's a run by number 6 or 5.
That might have been Ryan Knight right there, yeah.
You know, he's just plowing through. You know, definitely showing Fullerton's strength there. tonight's
Yeah,
game.
again, one of the seniors of Fullerton's team. Very, very good job this game, and he's really plugging away despite the fact that he has a very overpowering Troy Warrior defense on his tail.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
So, Alec, I just saw you down in the student section. What can you say about how amped up we are tonight?
You know, I try my hardest to, keep a loud energy and loud voice for everyone. Start something that some people might be afraid to start, and just to see everyone bond together and support our Warriors definitely shows a community that we have, and it only takes one or multiple people to really start something, and it's very special. Just being a part of that. It's my senior year. This is my last home game ever for football, and so it's very cool for me to lead one last time for the Warriors' possible win against our rivals, the Fullerton Indians. Yeah, it's very special though. Very special.
It's special for all of us. This is such an exciting game, and I think we've struggled a bit in the past couple years with overcoming Fullerton's team, but it seems like this year we're cruising towards a nice victory for tonight. So that is very exciting to see.
Yeah, we just stuck to our original offense, wing T offense. This team fits perfectly with it. I've been waiting since freshman year to see results like this, and my friends being a part of it, it's just so special. And my friends helping me support on these Warriors, it's just huge. And Jacob McCormick, flexing those biceps right there after taking him down. Who's that? Number 14, Ty Dillon, got taken down by J-Mac McCormick. Number 30 definitely helps this Troy Warriors defense immensely. There's 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in this third quarter, and the Warriors are just trying their best to slow down the tempo of the game to really solidify the win for us tonight. And just a senior night for us on top of a win. Just what's better than that?
Definitely.
Everyone goes happy. We beat our rivals. We wake up, we're all excited, and, have the best weekend. It is 3rd and 26. We really stopped them.
Yeah, that's always good to see those big yard margins. And looks like a big chase right there.
As I said, Long Criers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Oh, Long Crier just absolutely terrifying the quarterback right there.
This quarterback is getting something out of it, man. Come on.
Oh.
And he is down.
That almost was just probably the most insane tackle for loss in the world. Looks like Kevin Louie might have been down right there.
Yeah,
Not sure
I missed that. I was too busy watching the scramble.
And there's a flag on the play now, so take a look at what that is.
Yeah. Let's see what the problem was there. It's a very cool night for all of us, though. And so I believe that was a flag on the Indians, actually.
I think you're right, yeah. Another big penalty right there.
Yeah, they're going back and back and back.
That is sending them very, very far.
I want to know how many yards that fourth down's going to be.
that might be about 40 yards right there. That is absolutely
4th and 51.
3rd and 51 for the Fullerton Indians. That is a
3rd and Euclid.
That is absolutely insane.
Wow, and it's a 3rd down, and the quarterback is scrambling. Wow, there. And he's brought down probably 15 yards. It's probably going to be about 4th and 35.
All right, Alec, you are now 4th and 35. I think there's only one thing left to do. You got to punt.
I got to, oh. It's 4th and 45. Never mind. That's a little more than I thought. But the Fullerton Indians are punting. It's 4th down and 45. Yeah. You know, this would be crazy if I saw a 4th and 45 conversion, but, you know, I don't think the Indians are ready to try that. Being down by 31 points, I think they really need to, you know, get those stops on defense and, you know, have efficient scoring to really, like, you know, bring their score up.
Definitely. I mean, if you don't punt now, you're...
Yeah, they're in the deep.
Yeah.
And I believe that's Isaac Torosian trying to get a run out of it.
Yeah.
He goes to the edge. Oh, stiff arms the
big
guy.
stiff arm
Heavy.
right there.
Oh, gets brought down by 44.
Brad Casas right there, a senior defensive end.
Isaac Torosian definitely just put him in the dirt right there.
A stiff arm followed by a big hit right there. That was a very good job by Isaac Torosian, one of our star players again, and one of our senior players for tonight.
There's the stiff arm from Isaac Torosian. He knows who's boss. He's all happy. You know, I asked him before the game how he felt about this. He was all ready, you know. All that emotion from last week, you know, as much as it's hard to talk about, you know, he felt that game. And so, you know, he's playing this whole week to be prepared for this game. It's our rivals. We got to come out, show who's boss. And it's going to be a handoff to Kieran Klingsberg. And he is stuffed at the 40-yard line by multiple Indians defenders.
Now, when you have such a big point margin going into the pretty much the fourth quarter now with only 30 seconds left in the third, I think the biggest thing, and I think you can agree with me here, is just keeping everybody safe, you know.
100%.
And maybe if we have a little bit of time, maybe get some of the younger guys in from the Troy offense and defense just to kind of get a little bit of varsity reps and whatnot. But overall, just keeping everybody safe and healthy for the next couple of games, you know.
Yeah, of course. The past couple of W's we've taken against our preseason teams that we played, and, you know, a couple of our league games that we've won, such as like Sonora and Buena Park, you know. Once it got to that like 50-0 mark, we kind of send in our younger guys, and they really show off what we're gonna have these next couple of years when, you know, these seniors like Kade Baylor, Cole Nelson, Bellen, all these guys are gone. You know, like it's crazy. Like a perfect example is Declan Healy. Like he's proving something like that I didn't think, like, you know, in a million years we've had a third running back. Like we have Kieran, we have Fisher, and then, you know, had Declan. But yeah, that wraps up the third quarter, and we'll stay tuned.
And with that being said, for the fourth quarter coming up, we are going to hand it off from Alec Ochoa to Brandon Bunn, one of our other broadcasters. So, Alec, it was great to have you in the booth.
It was great to have you too, man. You know, it's great supporting these Warriors. You know, have a great night. Let's eat them dubs with the Indians, baby. Let's go.
Thank you, Alec, for that wonderful commentary. All right, well, joining us now in the booth is Brandon Bunn. Brandon, how are you doing?
I am doing great. This game is amazing, and I've had a blast watching it.
That is great to hear, man. All right, so coming into the fourth quarter now, very exciting game for the Troy Warriors, leading the Indians by 41-10. That is a very exciting thing. You know, we've had a lot of close games in the past couple years, but it seems like we're finally making some traction and defeating the Indians tonight. You know, I think the biggest thing to remember, too, is it is senior night for us. This is a big special night for the seniors. We want to make sure that they have the best night possible. And right now, as you can see, they are pouring their heart and souls out into the field right now. That is very good.
Definitely. They don't know if it'll be the last time they'll be able to step on the field. And so just going out there, giving it the best that they've got, hardest that they've worked, all the practices, all the commitments that they've made, you know, this is all their hard work paying off right here.
Definitely. Once again, for those of you at home, we'd like to thank you for tuning into our broadcast. This was obviously produced by our lovely broadcast department, Troy Omnia, and we could not do this without your patronage and your viewership. So thank you very much for tuning in, and stay tuned for the rest of the game.
And it looks like they got stopped on that play. Oh, someone is down on the...
But he's coming back up. He's good. That was number 34 there. That was Jaden Pulsifer. Looks like he just might have had a bit of a dinger right there. It happens, but he's up and going now. You know, I mentioned it to Alec, but the biggest thing tonight is just avoiding as many injuries as possible. You know, it looks like the Warriors are set to win, and I think at this point it's just keeping everybody healthy, keeping everybody safe, and overall just learning from their mistakes and having a good night, you know.
Yeah, especially with the big lead that we have, I think the smart move is to get the second string guys in. I understand it's senior night, so you want to give them as much field time as you can, but you also want to preserve them in case of a CIF run.
Oh! Who missed that?
Vicksburg steps inside.
And that was,
Picks up the first down.
wow, that is a great conversion for a first down on a 4th and 5.
It's like Kieran Klingsberg there with the ball. And a big tackle by the Indians. Well, Brandon, going into next week, we're going to be dealing with the La Habra Highlanders, one of the most tough teams in the entire Freeway League, if not the county, if not the state. It's going to be a tough game. What do you think the Warriors' key to success is going to be?
I think playing how we're playing now, just converting on our offensive chances, being daring with the ball. You saw onside kick earlier in the game, and you see going for it on a 4th and mid. That's a very gutsy call, and I think if we just keep going, keep fighting, and taking any chance we have, we'll have a shot.
I agree with you completely, and I think also the big thing to remember too is keeping that same drive that they had when they showed us how we were playing in the Sunny Hills game. That was a very intense game for those of you who were not there, but the Warriors fought long and hard, and ultimately they did not come away with a victory, but it was a very close game, and it just showed how we fared against an elite level team like Sunny Hills at that point, and kind of showing that we are in that same caliber this year, So really showing, I think, a really strong effort and just trying to avoid as many mistakes as possible, not letting any conversions happen, not letting any turnovers will be key for the Warriors to win next week. It's like a gain of enough to get a first down right there, so that was a very good job by the Warriors. All right, so with that being said, 8 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Very exciting game so far. And that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Warriors. And looks like they're going to have a pass right into the end zone, and almost caught there. Dang, that was a tough throw right there.
Looks like he was going for the back shoulder fade, but just couldn't get the full turn. That was a really nice ball.
Intended for Corrales, that ball was that was a pretty good throw, but unfortunately he just had too much coverage on him to make that. But we'll see if they fare well in the next play here. They are 2nd and 10.
And I think that's something we've seen recently this game, is how well we're able to throw downfield. See, a lot of our chances are coming from deep balls, and it's just great to see how many layers there are to our offense.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing I've noticed too is, if you look at the span of this season, we haven't been doing a lot of passes. So that's really good to see that even though we're not doing a ton of passing, it's still really good that we're, capable of doing it and we're effective at it. So, those passes can make some big points for the Warriors. And we haven't really had to pass in general because our run game's just been phenomenal. All right, 39 for the Warriors. In motion. Ooh. Gain of about, looks like 4 or 5 there. That may have been a face mask that wasn't called there. Let's take a look at the replay. All right, 4th and 4 for the Warriors, and with that being said, I think they may go for a field goal. And that will be correct. There will be a field goal. Kicker Aiden Corrales. And a very easy field goal for Aiden Corrales, kicker number 18. You know, Aiden Krause has really shown this season that he is a phenomenal kicker and a phenomenal punter. You know, he's been making consistently very good kicks. I don't think he's missed a single field goal this season. Really remarkable, and he's doing a phenomenal job in that position.
And that's really something great to see, especially with just watching Fullerton today. It seems like their kicker hasn't converted to it, and just seeing how well of a kicker we have just gives you more reliability of our offense.
Definitely. All right, the score will now be 44-10 for the Troy Warriors with 7 minutes and 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Everybody up for the kickoff!
And with that being said, the kickoff is now going to be underway here. Aiden Krause will be kicking towards the Fullerton Indians. Some notable players on the field tonight are going to be number 14, Ty Dillon, number 88, Owen Cashin, and number 5, Ryan Knight. Running back, all around pretty good athlete right there.
Oh, and another onside kick.
And it looks like it will not be recovered, unfortunately. Nevertheless, a very good attempt. For those of you at home, be sure to tune in person this time for the for the Troy Warriors as they take on the La Habra Highlanders next week at an away game. That'll be a very exciting game, very competitive as always. It's a very crazy game every single year, and they may come off with a big victory. So if you want to come check it out, we will be there, and we will see you then. We will not be broadcasting live, so come in person. And a big stop right there by the Troy Warriors. You know, Brandon, that's one of the biggest things I've noticed this season is it's always 4 or 5 guys tackling one person, and that's really good because that ensures that, you know, you're not going to come off of a block. You're not going to let anything slip loose if you have a missed tackle. That's a really good thing to see.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's a big emphasis for their defensive scheme. You know, you never want to let someone get more yards after their break, and just the amount of people that come after the ball and secure the tackle just shows the commitment we have on defense, and it just shows the great levels we have on both sides of the ball.
Definitely. You know, some notable players on the field right there, especially on the defensive line, will be Alan Ochoa, Joshua Bloom, and Daniel Ilefonzo, all phenomenal defensive linemen. You know, Daniel Ilefonzo is one of the seniors, as is Joshua Bloom. So really good to see that they're getting some playing time tonight, really showing off what they got. You know, for some of them, it's kind of nearing the end of their football career. Some of them probably won't be going into the college ball environment, so it's really good to see that they get as much playing time as possible during that time, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're seeing that it's a reflection on the scoreboard. They're really pouring their hearts out, being able to get the offense back the ball and run up the scoreboard.
Hand off to Deshaun Coates.
It's like brought down again right there for a 4th and 5 or 4th and 4. I'm sorry, for the Fullerton Indians.
4th down again for the Indians, 4th and 4.
And with a running clock now, we have 5 minutes and 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And it looks like Fullerton is still not going down without a fight. This is a gutsy 4th down call near the middle of the field.
Looks like they're going to try to go for it here. Yep, and a little oh, that was an insane, great job by number 14, Jonathan Chigoya, absolutely obliterating through the line and making a very quick tackle.
And that is just another reflection of how great the Troy offense and defense are fighting this game. And it looks like the offense is going to get back the ball in great field position to score again.
And number 25 there, Fisher Huss, coming off the field, as is number 44, Amon Ansari. You know, normally at this point with such a big point margin, this would be where we have some of the younger guys on the field. But as it is senior night, that's not going to be the case. You know, we are going to have our all senior offensive line still on the field there to really just kind of let them have some more playing time and really just keep fighting against those Fullerton Indians. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's just service from their coaches. You know, letting them finish it out one last time. It's their home team. Last time they'll get to show up for their fans before they have a very tough away game next week. And just the acknowledgement of how hard they've worked, you know, probably 4 years, 2 years, however long they've been on the team. But this is just great to see.
Looks like a big tackle right there. Still a good pickup of about 5 yards right there by Kade Thomas. It looks like there might be an injury on the field there, unfortunately. But let's take a look here. Hopefully he'll stand up soon. Number 10 there. Kevin Knight, brother of Ryan Knight.
Seems like Troy's coming to the sideline, give him a break.
And he is not getting up immediately. He may be cramping, but we'll take a look here. He may have just pulled a hamstring or something like that. We wish the best for him. You know, it's never good to see an injury kind of this late into the game here, but... Oh, and he's getting up. I think it might have just been a cramp. All right, that's great to see. So Kevin Knight walking off the field now, and the Warriors will return onto the field. So Brandon, going forward into CIF now, what are you looking forward to the most for the Warriors?
Just a deep playoff run, you know, looking at it tonight, how much we have shown how well our offense can be and how much motivation there is for our defense. You just want to see that going throughout the rest of the season. You know, not just this senior night that may mean a lot, but, you know, just you want to see that now and going into the future.
Timeout for Troy here. For those of you at home, we also like to say that we hope you enjoyed this halftime performance brought to you by Red Hots as well as the band and color guard. They did a phenomenal job, and it was great to see them out on the field supporting their school for senior night. Also, be sure to stay after the game for a little bit for an exclusive interview with Coach Chavez to talk about his win for tonight. So 3rd and 3 for the Troy Warriors, and they will have a double motion right there. Oh.
Ooh, they got someone to jump.
Almost. And a run up the middle with number 4 there, Kade Thomas. Brought down, but still got about a 4-yard gain, enough to get a first down for the Troy Warriors.
That tight end's moving. That's false start.
Looks like a gain of about 2 or 3 there. Cyrus Cole, the ball carrier. So Cole Nesselin there with the ball. Looks like for a gain of about 5. That was a very good run by him.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of guys were surrounding him. He still broke those tackles in his hands. Got some good yardage on that.
So for those of you who are at home and don't know, this will be Omnia's last home game production for the Troy Warriors. We will keep you updated about any CIF potential broadcasts and any future broadcasts that may arise, but this will be it for the moment. So once again, thank you for tuning in, and we will continue to watch how this game progresses. Very good job by the Warriors tonight. 44-10 with 1:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. So as things wind down, we'd like to thank you guys. Stay tuned again. We are going to have a couple interviews with the coaches and some of the players on the field, and we'll see how the Warriors finish up the game.
Yeah, and don't forget to tune in for the other sports that Omnia will be broadcasting along with this season.
Yeah, there's going to be some exciting broadcasts coming up in the future here. We're going to have volleyball next week, some water polo next week, and volleyball tomorrow actually, 2:00 p.m. So stick around for that, and we will hope to see you on YouTube then. And in the next couple months, you'll be seeing maybe some wrestling broadcasts, so you'll be able to see me out there battling it out on the mats. So that'll be pretty exciting as well.
Excited to watch that.
I'm everybody's favorite broadcaster, so everybody has to watch it. So the clock is running now, and it is 22 seconds left, and it looks like they are going to wrap up the game here. Very good job by the Troy Warriors tonight, and that will end the game with 44-10 for the Troy Warriors, defeating Fullerton. Fantastic job. All right, with that being said, Brandon, we'd like to thank you for coming here on behalf of Troy Omnia. Thank you for having a wonderful time tonight, and we hope to see you soon again.
Thank you so much for having me. I'll make sure to be here, keep broadcasting, and look forward to seeing you wrestling.
Great to see you. So once again, guys, stay tuned. We're going to have a couple exclusive interviews with the coaches and some of the players. So stay tuned, and it should be a fun time. Hey, Brandon. Once again, guys, be sure to stay tuned for tomorrow's game with volleyball tomorrow at 2 p.m. Very exciting game for them. And the Warriors will now perform our beloved alma mater in celebration of their wonderful victory tonight against the Fullerton Indians. So be sure to come in person next week as they take on the La Habra Highlanders, one of our toughest opponents in league. So that'll be a very close game, and the winner will be the best person, you know. It'll probably be, I'd say, more exciting than the Sunny game. So for those of you who are at the Sunny game, that was a pretty insane game already. But this will be a very close game, and I'm hoping the best for the Troy Warriors next week.
It worked when I grabbed it.
I'm interviewing Chavez. Yay! Yes, you look so cool. I love it. Yay! I can't believe this is our last game. Are you free?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Hey, boys!
Yeah, we need like a minute for them to do their team break.
Zach, tell us when you're ready. Hey Warriors, it's Andrea. I'm here at the football game. We're doing amazing 44-10 playoffs bound, baby. We're here with Coach Chavez. We're so pumped and so excited. Coach, what do you got to say about tonight's game?
You know, what we talked about is we just wanted to have a business mentality coming into this week. We felt like we were the better team, and we just lived up to that, and we came out and we punched them in the mouth, and we just never looked back. It was a great game.
Let's go. Thank you, Chavez, for the interview. Signing off. Thank you, Mr. Chavez.